ME is a long-term chronic condition. It's a neurological condition that affects many of the body's systems. So people can experience a wide range of symptoms, and each person is affected differently, which makes it quite difficult with diagnosis. An example of some of the symptoms are severe persistent fatigue that doesn't seem to improve with rest. People can have difficulties with their sleep. People can have cognitive dysfunction. Some people experience pain. But one of the key defining features is something called post-exertional malaise, and that's after any physical or cognitive activity, people can experience a flare-up of symptoms and severe fatigue that can last for days and sometimes even months or years.
Martin Kelk approached us, who is an existing sponsor who has supported the club for many years, and suggested that he provided the opportunity for a charity to become front of shirt, a charity very close to the family's heart, having Alice suffered with ME for a number of years.
I got diagnosed with ME, also known as chronic fatigue syndrome, which was quite a scary time because my paediatrician had never really come across it before. I was very much sort of hidden case study in the Queen's Medical Centre, because at that point in time there is actually no cure or no treatment for ME. It's sort of praying that you sort of get better. I was probably unconscious for about a year. I can't really remember any of it. The only memory that I have is blowing out my 15th birthday candles in bed. It was a scary time, but I sort of see it as a blessing now because it's a period of my life where I don't really remember.
In the UK there are around 250,000 people, about 35 million worldwide. But actually if you imagine East Midlands and you look at your wonderful stadium and you imagine that filled, 19,000 plus people filled, that's the number of people living with ME in the East Midlands at the moment.
Alice used to come to Notts County when she was suffering the most, and it gave her a lift. And that to me is massively important, what this club's all about. And now to see her working here as fan engagement exec within the commercial team, and for her and her family to be able to do this, you know, the front of shirt, iconic front of shirt sponsorship, and to have them see Action for ME on in September means the absolute world to us as a club. And this is what Notts County is all about. You know, we saw it with local business engagement last year. We're now seeing it with supporters, and you know, this is our vision for the future.
Notts County has always been a huge part of my life. It's something that me and my dad share, and have been since I was 3. So my dad brought me down when I was 3 years of age to my first home game. My first away game was when I was 4, and I've had a season ticket ever since then. But for the period of my life when I was in hospital for that year and dropping out of school for a year, I wasn't able to come and watch Notts, which it was frustrating because Notts and football is my life, so that again was taken from me. So to now work at the club and have the support of the club, and obviously my dad, you know, doing this, it's a huge thing, and it's going to be quite emotional for me on Saturday. My parents will be there, and obviously all the executives on Action for ME, and obviously seeing the lads wear it on the shirt. It'll be a special time for me, I'm sure of it.
I think certainly talking to the staff and trustees within the organisation to feel that somebody cares enough about the work that we're doing to be able to invest and donate and create this opportunity for sponsorship is phenomenal. But what's most important is all the people that are suffering with this illness, all the people that are living with it as a child or family member, to know that somebody cares so much that they want to help raise awareness of the illness, to raise profile, and to make sure that all these children and adults aren't left invisible and not seen. And that is huge, because it's not something as a small charity we would be able to afford ourselves. And you know, we put a lot of money into services and supporting people, so to have an opportunity to be able to raise the profile in this way, and to just see players out there with Action Friendly on their shirts, to hear that there's a bucket collection taking place, to seeing the boards there, the profile and the reach of people through social media will be phenomenal. So we are absolutely blessed to have this opportunity.